Hey everyone, let's talk mental health. So, the vanguard consideration in this video is going to be how writing can help people in just general circumstances, and probably more so than that. The reason I'm saying this is because I just got done, well, it's still ongoing, but I'm having at least one conversation that's proactive and one of them that's we're continuing through days. But the whole point is that people are venting, I'm venting, my friends are venting, and I see this online a lot. We're doing it through voicemails, but I'm going to extend that into writing, and how a lot of the times people often don't find that they can purge their emotions talking to people, whether they know them or not, whether they realize that there's people there for them or not. And this is where I'm going to junction writing. And I say this because many times you can purge emotions, or at least, vent in general, if not to a considerable extent, through writing, but that's not something that's actively taught. And I'm actually surprised. Well, I'm surprised, and I'm also not surprised. But in any case, that's a whole nother debacle with the school system. But I say what I say because, luckily, at least in my case and my friends, we're venting back and forth, and we're discussing similar instances and some things, and different instances in others, or different reasons why we're venting. But the whole point is that we are venting. But not everybody has the ability to vent to another person, at least to the extent and to the depth that you would like to. There's venting, and then there's just absolutely purging. And right now, you can argue that what we're doing actively, my friends and myself, and things that I see online, is, across the entire kaleidoscope of emotions. So it's not just venting as in, oh, I just had a bad day, but it's much worse than that. Particularly with one of my best friends. But the whole point's that if you do have somebody to vent, and you can do it in person or through voicemails or however, that's great. But a lot of the times you either don't have somebody that you might want to vent to immediately or at all, or at least I think that's a contention a lot of people hold. And I think that probably most times it's not as concrete as it might seem. Like most people, if you were to tell them that you need to vent, I would like to believe that many people, if not most or everyone, would actually lend an ear to people, because I've seen strangers do that for me, and I've done that for others. But a lot of the times we tend to have a bad day, or for a myriad of reasons, we don't end up imparting onto others that they can't do that, which is the reason why I oftentimes repeat myself in a lot of the things that I say, because just because one person has heard it doesn't mean that the next person has, and just because one person has heard it doesn't mean that they'll remember it either. So it's important to note when something's kind of meaningful to hammer away at it, because it's easy to forget how important certain things are, like purging, venting, etc., etc. And the fact that we can do it through writing, and it's not that hard, you can do it in the privacy of your own home. You can do it anywhere. You could even do it into a memo pad, online, through poetry. You could even do it in other forms of artistic forms. Like some people do it with dancing. That's something that my friends and I used to do back in the day, and I still sometimes do that. Sometimes you just have energy in different ways. Sometimes people purge, stress through working out and whatnot. Anyhow, I want to end this here. I'm just saying that for consideration of the fact that there are options if you need to vent and whatnot. And although this channel is mainly about learning from the mistakes that I've made so other people don't make them, this is more something that can help everyone. Whether or not you use it now, you use it 10 years from now, 10 minutes from now, it's something that's applicable to anybody of any age. So keep that in mind if you're ever having a bad day and you just can't talk to somebody because you either literally can't, or maybe you just an area, maybe you're working and you just don't have access to literally talk to people, because some jobs you just have that. It's okay. You can always write. You can always write it on a notepad. You can write it in an email. You can email to yourself. You can email to somebody else. So keep that in mind if you're ever having a bad day and you just need to vent. You guys take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye.